Hello and welcome to StratNews Global. I'm Nitin Gokhale. And with me today is Philippines Secretary of National Defense, Gilberto Teodoro, who is on a visit with his president to India, where India and Philippines signed a comprehensive strategic partnership on Wednesday, in fact on Tuesday. And now India and Philippines, the central theme of their relationship seems to be defense. So welcome to this program.
Oh, thank you very much, Nathan, and thank you for all the televiewers the viewers who support this podcast.
Thank you. So tell us the main highlights of this comprehensive strategic partnership seems to be mostly defense. And how do you see India-Philippines defense partnership?
It is not really mostly defense, but it is all-encompassing.
Right.
Hence, it's really strategic. So, equally important to defense is the partnerships in technological advancements, resilience, pharmaceuticals, trade and industry,
Right.
your railway system,
Sure.
airports, seaports. India has made massive strides towards digitalization,
Right.
and the infrastructure development is very, very impressive. But also, we cannot neglect the fact that in a more volatile world, before our president has said that we used to refer to our area of the world as the Asia Pacific.
Sure.
Now it is the Indo-Pacific.
Exactly.
And since India supports the Philippine position on our approaches to UNCLOS and international law, and has accepted the 2016 arbitral award in favor of the Philippines, and also that we face similar challenges, it is only natural to throw back to our civilizational ties
Right.
and our people-to-people exchanges, and to rekindle these
Absolutely.
into mutual resilience, growth, helping each other grow.
Sure.
There are a lot of lessons that we can learn from India and vice versa. And it is only natural that we leverage on these similarities and kinships in order to move forward for the future generations.
Absolutely, you've said that very well. You've set the context. Now, I think last week, along with the visit of the president, India and Filipino navies also held a joint patrolling in South China Sea for the first time.
Yes, the first maritime cooperative activity was just concluded
Exactly.
in international waters and, of course, territorial waters of the Philippines.
Yes.
And by the way, might I say too that this visit of the president and this strategic partnership coincides with the 75th year of our diplomatic relations.
True.
And it is fitting that both our navies commemorate this too with the first visible mutual or joint activity
Sure.
that we conduct.
Absolutely.
And also it was preceded by the ship visits of
Exactly.
4
To the ports,
Indian
yes.
naval vessels. Yes.
Right. So space, I saw in the agreements that space is one of the key elements for cooperation between the two nations. Tell us a little more about that.
Well, India is the second most advanced country in the world in space technology. So it's natural for the Philippines to take advantage
Right.
of the advances that India has made in
Right.
space technology. And one of the key points was the economies of scale that India was able to derive
Right.
in pursuing your space program. We need also our space program for a lot of things, and for example, in disaster risk reduction,
Sure.
in geohazard mapping,
Right.
and of course for our security too.
Absolutely. In coming to defense itself, you are the first country outside India to buy BrahMos missiles.
Yes.
How has the experience been, and do we expect follow-on orders from Philippines?
Well, the experience has been very, very enlightening for us. It is an important part of our deterrent package, and we will continue to advance discussions on how we can envelope the partnership on a sustainable basis.
Right.
So the BrahMos was a one-off thing. But if you notice, the exchange of notes yesterday was an agreement between our armed forces, the different services.
The terms of reference, as you
Yes,
called it. Yes.
terms of reference, so that they begin to work with each other, develop synergies,
Sure.
find convergence points, and then the capabilities come with their experiences so that it is sustainable.
You also, I think, in the exchange of notes, there is a mention of submarine, either technology or submarine sustenance support from India. How do you see that?
Well, I see that coming when there is a time that the Philippines will be an expeditionary naval force. And by the way, we also thank you for the efforts that India has made towards the safety of our Filipino seafarers in the Indian Ocean, and who are, Filipinos man a lot of ocean-going vessels,
Sure.
which is important for international commerce.
Right.
And in order for this to be safe for our citizens, and in the future, because the Philippines is a net importer as of this time of almost all goods,
Sure.
we need sea lanes of communication to be free and safe.
That's right.
And our ocean-going vessels, once investments have been made, and once we rekindle the shipbuilding activities for Philippine-centered logistics, we will need to protect our vessels
Sure.
and our seafarers.
Absolutely.
Not only within our own theater,
Right.
meaning, say, the near Pacific and the South China Sea, but also in the Indian Ocean, in the
And
trade
beyond,
routes,
yeah.
and beyond.
And beyond. One question always comes up when it's India and Philippines. One elephant in the room or the dragon in the room is China.
Yes.
How do you see, what has been the experience over the last couple of years, ever since you took over as Secretary of National Defense with China? It's been very aggressive with Philippines. So is it with India.
Yes. I believe the experience is quite unique to the Philippines because, for example, India has a 7,000-kilometer coastline.
Right.
Philippines has a 36,000-kilometer
Huge, yes.
coastline because we are an archipelago.
Right.
So you divide that in half, so about 18,000 more or less, a little bit less.
Sure.
Of that is a maritime boundary between China, Vietnam, and Malaysia.
Correct.
And we are geographically located as a block between China and the Pacific Ocean.
Sure.
And we have the longest maritime boundary with China.
Sure.
Therefore, there is a narrative which India does not accept that these 5,000 years of history that they have control historically over this area, and the arbitral court has ruled that they have that there is no trumping by history
Sure.
of UNCLOS.
Correct.
So they have been very aggressive in denying the Philippines access to certain areas of what we call the West Philippine Sea.
Right.
And they have been also very aggressive in projecting power in the space east of Japan, the Taiwan Strait, and the
Right.
Philippines in the Pacific.
Absolutely.
Yes, and so we see ourselves contrary to China's narrative, as a target of China's desire for dominance, for hegemony per se,
Right.
without influence of any other power. Now India has a land, they have overlapping land claims
Sure. With China.
with China. And of course, there have been some tensions.
Of course.
And it is very, very useful for us to learn from India's example that there can be no soft power without hard power.
True. And standing up to a bully is an important foreign policy
Yes.
objective.
Appeasement only breeds more hunger.
True. And I think Philippines is also doing very well in terms of how it stands up to China's aggressive posture, bullying, like India does.
We are blessed, both India and the Philippines, with freedom of speech and of the press.
Right.
We can freely voice our opinions.
Sure.
Therefore, our articulation of issues is not artificial, it is not contrived, and it is not state controlled.
Sure.
And so it is easier for us to say our piece because we're just telling the truth.
Right.
Anyway. China's articulation of the issue caters to their home audience.
True.
And so it does not gain them any adherence in the international sphere.
Exactly. I think the credibility also comes into question when China starts asserting itself all the time.
Well, I mentioned in the Shangri-La dialogue that the basic stumbling block to fair and structured dispute resolution with China is the deficit of credibility and the deficit of trust.
True.
That a lot of people in the world have against China. And this is not only true in our Indo-Pacific area, but also in the Baltics and in Europe, where China seeks to assert its influence.
Absolutely.
In Africa too.
True. That's true.
So China cannot buy its way
Everywhere.
everywhere. Principles matter.
Right.
And particularly when these principles you're fighting for are where your future generations will be based on, particularly in an archipelagic country. 80% water,
Sure.
20% land,
Land, yeah.
growing population, climate change affected.
Sure.
So we are fighting for futures and not merely for a principle.
That's one final question. India and Philippines are poised for a leapfrog in their relationship. Where do you see this partnership going in terms of its place in Asia and Indo-Pacific?
I think it is a very important message for the Indo-Pacific. Not only Indo-Pacific, mind you, but also in the international arena. India's advocacy of international issues has been very strong throughout the years. Even in lawfare,
Right.
even in in IT, in science and technology, the repertoire or the reserve of knowledge is vast.
Yes.
And the Philippines, of course, has been blessed with the same kind of minds,
Right.
although the issues have been mostly internal. So now India will have a partner in advocating for in so far as I'm concerned, with a free, open security architecture that guarantees stable peace.
Absolutely.
Not only in the global, not only in the Indo-Pacific, but also in the global arena. So the strategic partnership that was entered into yesterday is filled with endless possibilities. And it is a legacy that we can leave to our successors to work on.
And the future generations.
Yes. definitely.
Absolutely. Thank you very much for your
Thank
time
you.
and such great insights.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.